Hi friends, how's it going? That's great. Welcome back to lesson 18. Let's continue this lesson. In today's class, we'll be taking on activities 18B, 18C, and 18D. Make sure that you have these three activities ready for today's class. Great. Let's begin with activity 18B. First, the instruction. Making connections. Circle the letter next to each correct answer. There may be more than one correct answer. Question 1. Which word or words go with reveal? Is it A, forsake, B, retain, C, assume, D, betray? I see one that is correct. Which word goes with reveal? It is D, betray. Question 2. Which word or words go with the same? Is it A, sensation, B, likeness, C, mischief, D, equivalent? I can see two that are correct. Which words go with the same? It is B, likeness, and D, equivalent. Question 3. Which word or words go with compromise? A, negotiate, B, retain, C, decline, D, intercept. I see one that is correct. Which word goes with compromise? It is A, negotiate. Next, question 4. Which word or words go with gloomy? Is it A, somber, B, drab, C, obsolete, D, hilarious? I can see two that are correct. Which words go with gloomy? It's A, somber, B, drab. Question 5. Which word or words go with promise? Is it A, vow, B, dominate, C, assume, D, pledge? I can see two that are correct. Which words go with promise? It is A, vow, and D, pledge. Right. Number 6, question 6. Which word or words go with active? Is it A, meager, B, boisterous, C, animated, D, obsolete? I can see two that are correct. Which words go with active? It is B, boisterous, and C, animated. Those two are correct. Next, number 7. Which word or words go with persuade? Is it A, betray, B, convince, C, retain, D, provoke? I see one that is correct. Which word goes with persuade? It is B, convince. Question 8. Which word or words go with become worse? Is it A, decline, B, negotiate, C, deteriorate, D, pardon? Now I can see two that are correct. Which words go with become worse? It is A, decline, C, deteriorate. Question 9. Which word or words go with silly? Is it A, obsolete, B, somber, C, absurd, D, hilarious? Now I can see two that are correct. Which words go with silly? It's C, absurd, D, hilarious. Question 10. Which word or words go with out of date? A. Animated. B. Obsolete. C. Hilarious. D. Mischievous. I can see one that is correct. Which word goes with out of date? It is B. Obsolete. Great. Now these are the correct answers. Let's continue. Next up is activity 18C. Let's read the instruction. Determining meanings. Circle the letter next to each answer choice that correctly completes the sentence. There may be more than one correct answer. Remember that. Number 1. The hilariously. A. Funny clown made us laugh till we cried. B. Missed goal meant they had lost the championship. C. Miserable illness affected several dozen people. D. Silly puppy tried to sleep on top of the ball. Now here I can see two that are correct. The hilariously. A. Funny clown made us laugh till we cried. The hilariously. D. Silly puppy tried to sleep on top of the ball. Number 2. Somberly. A. We told my dad about the hole we'd made in the fence. B. We watched as the star quarterback was pulled from the game. Quarterback, that's a very important position in football, American football. C. We decided not to go to the amusement park because our dog was sick. D. We jumped up and down when Ziniqua won the contest. That's a girl's name. Now I see 3 that are correct. Somberly. A. We told my dad about the hole we'd made in the fence. Somberly. B. We watched as the star quarterback was pulled from the game. Somberly. C. We decided not to go to the amusement park because our dog was sick. Number 3. She subsequently. A. Told a story that was the exact opposite of the story her friend had told. Remember, subsequent happens after, later on, next. B. Found out that she could still join the volleyball team. C. Earned the money before she bought the new clothes. D. Was able to balance the ball on her finger after lots of practice. So remember, subsequent, that is after, later on. There are 3 that are correct. She subsequently. A. Told a story that was the exact opposite of the story her friend had told. She subsequently. B. Found out that she could still join the volleyball team. She subsequently. D. Was able to balance the ball on her finger after lots of practice. Now C is incorrect because earned the money before she bought new clothes. Before. That's the problem. Subsequent is after, following. Number 4. The vows. A. Broke under the weight and had to be replaced. B. They promised to each other, were very serious. C. Were eaten quickly by the brothers. D. To help the homeless were easy to make. Now I can see 2 that are correct. The vows. B. They promised to each other, were very serious. And then the vows. D. To help the homeless were easy to make. Now those 2 are correct. Let's continue. Number 5. He betrayed A. His friend's trust, which was unforgivable. B. The newspapers and did the crossword puzzle. C. Down on the bed and tried to sleep. D. How he really felt when he couldn't hide his smile. Now I can see 2 that are correct. He betrayed A. His friend's trust, which was unforgivable. Now that's one of the meanings. And then D is the other meaning. He betrayed how he really felt when he couldn't hide his smile. Next, number 6. The sensation A. of falling and hitting the ground woke me up from a deep sleep. Remember, if you can replace the word sensation with feeling, it's correct. B. Caused by the movie star's unexpected arrival would be on all the gossip websites tomorrow. C. That something was wrong made me nervous. D. To California was something I'd always wanted to do. Now I can see 3 that are correct. The sensation A. of falling and hitting the ground woke me up from a deep sleep. That happens to me often. The sensation B. caused by the movie star's unexpected arrival would be on all the gossip websites tomorrow. The sensation C. that something was wrong made me nervous. Remember, if you can replace sensation with feeling, it's correct. Number 7. We negotiated A. to make sure we were both happy. B. with our rivals to see who would play first. C. down the hill on the sled. D. the water quickly because we were late and had to leave the pool. Now I can see 2 that are correct. We negotiated A. to make sure we were both happy. We negotiated B. with our rivals to see who would play first. And number 8. The mischievous A. shoelace got caught in the wheel pulling her shoe off. B. cup was on the bottom shelf. C. pranks were so funny that we had to laugh. D. giraffe leaned down and grabbed the man's hat. I see 2 that are correct. The mischievous C. pranks were so funny that we had to laugh. The mischievous D. giraffe leaned down and grabbed the man's hat. And that's it for those activities. Now let's move on to activity 18D. First, let's begin by reading the instruction. Completing sentences. Complete the sentences to demonstrate your knowledge of the words in bold. Great, so we have to finish the sentences by writing an ending part. Remember that all sentences start with capital letters and end with full stops. Now this sentence does not have a full stop because we have to write the ending part. So the sentence we start to write, we will not use a capital letter because it's a continuation of the sentence. But we will use a full stop because it will be the end of the sentence. Grammar is important. Great. Number 1. One vow I have made to myself is... One vow I have made to myself is that I will be honest. That is my vow. You should write your own sentences as much as you can. Number 2, a sensational vacation might be a trip to... For me, Turkey. A sensational vacation might be a trip to Turkey. I would really want to go to Istanbul. That would be so cool. Number 3. An example of a meager amount of food is what? An example of a meager amount of food is 1 slice of bread. Now remember, is, so you should name one thing. Is, 1. That is called verb agreement. Is bread. So if I said is 2 slices of bread, or a slice of bread and cheese, that would be wrong, because that is 2. Those are 2. Remember that, verb agreement. Number 4, something a mischievous kitten might do is... Something a mischievous kitten might do is scratch your toe. That is what I think. Or maybe jump on your foot or your head or something. Scratch the sofa. Couch. Number 5. I am convinced that... I am convinced that... What? I am convinced. I'm not convinced of anything. I am convinced that water is healthy. I'm sure of it. Number 6. If you retain something, that means you retain something, that means you hold on to it or keep it in your possession. Number 7. I become animated whenever I become animated whenever I get excited. That's animated. Number 8. When something becomes obsolete, it means it is when something becomes obsolete, that means it is no longer in wide use. It is no longer needed. It is no longer being made. It is no longer wanted. It is out of date. There I gave you a few other ways of saying it. That is called paraphrasing. Taking a sentence, saying the same thing, but with your own words. That's called paraphrasing. Number 9. I become somber when I become somber when it rains for days on end. On end, that means non-stop. Number 10. A food I would decline is... A food I would decline is... raw chicken. Raw chicken. I eat any food as long as it is cooked correctly and clean. As long as it is clean. So raw chicken? No, thank you. I respectfully decline. And there you go, friends. Those are all the answers for these sentences. Try to paraphrase as much as you can with these. Use your own words. And that's it for today's lesson. Friends, well done and thanks for joining. Remember to join me in the next class, day 4. For the next class, we'll be taking on this activity, activity 18E. We'll be reading a passage. The passage name is A Mouse is Born. Okay, that's interesting. A mouse is born. Bring this passage along with the 15 questions and we'll get into that in the next class. Friends, I hope you have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye for now.